M.Reck TV. Spooky!
About 2 years later, didn't them DC niggas pop can?
Now, I gotta ask you this. I want you to continue, but how much of the movie was reality opposed to fiction? You know what I'm saying?
Opposed to stuff implemented.
Yeah,
for the viewers and
exaggeration.
exaggeration or whatever,
Yeah.
just for entertainment
Yeah.
purposes.
Mhm.
If you want my opinion,
Yeah, definitely.
about 60% might have been real, and the other 40 was fabricated for whatever reasons or whatever. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Everybody got an opinion, but that's mine right there. You know.
Yeah, you know, I mean, once they go to Hollywood, they got to dress it up a certain way. You
Exactly.
know?
It makes sense.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? At first,
definitely.
I didn't get that, and I was real frustrated. Like, that didn't happen.
Mm.
Neither did that. Where are they doing that at? That didn't happen there.
All right,
You know what I'm saying?
you know what? I got to stop you there.
Go ahead.
Reason being,
Go ahead.
because you really was a part of that.
Yeah.
When you saw the movie, how did it affect you? Like, I need your true feelings. I mean,
I'm going to let you know how it affected me.
please,
okay?
let me know and let the people know. Look right in that lens.
I was very, 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 you know, at first, when I first heard the movies being done, I was excited because that was one up for Harlem. You understand what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
You know, I was proud of A because I know he had everything to do with it. You know what I'm trying to say? The thing that bothered me about the movie is that they didn't do their time frames well. They didn't show how young they were. Most people that saw the movie thought that they was, by the time it was all over for them, they was in their early 30s or late 20s. That could be so far from the truth, it's not even funny. Everything that was going on with them, and when they was at their peak, nobody could vote yet, or barely vote. They could.
So
they
what
definitely
age-
couldn't
what
go
age
into
we
a
talking about?
We talking about 19, 20.
Damn.
A might have been 21.
Babies.
You know, Rich might have been 20, and
Wow.
and Poe might have been 19, 20, or whatever the case may be. At that time, I'm 17, going on 18, or whatever. You understand?
Gotcha.
So that was the thing that bothered me the most about the movie was they didn't do the time frames too right. They should have put certain things at the bottom to let you know what year, or you know, something to that effect to give you more of a better time frame. That's about it. And other fabrications I found out it was done for Hollywood, you know, whatever, for Miramax, whatever the case may be. But
how did the movie affect you? Because you know, everything played out what happened in real life, and Rich being your man. Like, just tell me, as well as the viewers, how did it affect you? Because this is real life. Imagine.
Yeah.
It's almost like seeing it all over again.
Well, you exactly. Well,
Yeah.
you know what, Reck? I'm gonna tell you something, man. The movie didn't come out until maybe 12, 13 years, maybe close to 14 years after everything happened. So, you know, I mean, a lot of things, nobody was over everything, but it was like things had time to simmer down, and calm down, and settle down, and people had went on with their lives and everything. But, you know, for the most part, I was happy, but it saddened me, though. It saddened me because, you know, that was a good dude, man. Rich was a good dude. I don't care what nobody say. That was a good dude, man. You understand me? And, you know.
Reason why I'm saying, asking you this question, because it's people who maybe 25 years old or younger that said when they watch the movie and when they see Rich Porter, Mitch in the movie die, they cry.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I got matter of fact, the homie Ammo, one of the artists that I had up here, he said that. Right in the same seat.
Well, to be honest with you, you know, now that you put it that way, man, I cried too.
Wow.
But I cried because for one, I cried because I know how that man was feeling when that was going on. I know how tense he was. I know how agitated he was and all that. And I know the outcome. You know, Donnell was a good kid. He wasn't involved with none of that stuff, man. You know what I mean? He never deserved none of that. To me, Rich ain't even deserved that. It could have been, they could have talked and worked something out, man. There was too much money being made, you know, by them dudes. But, you know, yeah, shout out to Mekhi Phifer, man, because he did a hell of a role, man. He really got close to Rich emotions. I felt it.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he did. He did. All of them did a good job. Wood Harris and Cam, they did a good job. It wasn't that they had to work with the script they was given, but you know, you can't be mad at them if they was just doing what, you know, the parts that wasn't true. They was just doing what was in the script. They all did a great job, man. You know.
What about the dude that played his uncle allegedly?
Well, to be honest with you, you know, he did a good job too. He did a pretty good job too. You know, like I said, I can remember times where Apple was telling me, yo, you know, my nephew said, give me this. My nephew said, give me that. I had to go to the phone and call Rich. Man, back then it was only 4 people I knew with a cell phone, and Rich was one of them. You understand what I'm saying? I had a beeper. Everybody getting a little bit of money had a beeper or 2. You know what I'm saying? So I call Rich, and he'd be like, don't get that nigga nothing. I didn't know what was that all about. I just minded my business and told him. He said, nah. He'd be mad as hell with me.
So that part of the movie was right.
That part of the movie was
because Mitch was in the movie like, you can't touch my money.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
I remember at one point when he was real, man, I remember he specifically told me, I don't know about the other dude on another shit, but he specifically told me, yo, my uncle come through here, don't get that nigga nothing. It was something he must have been feeling or whatever the case may be, and I felt that, I got that vibe from him, so it was what it was.
Got you.
You understand what I'm saying?
Got you. Right now, you clarifying a lot of stuff in the movie, so this is why I'm asking you certain questions.
I got you.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So basically, you said the cat that played Apple, Rich uncle, he got it down packed, like
he
pretty
did
much.
a good job. He did a pretty much good job for what I knew. You understand what I'm saying? What I knew. I mean, you know, I never seen him do what he do. You know what I'm saying? But you could see, you know, if you from Harlem and you a dude about your money and all that, you be able to spot when a nigga moving like a fiend. You understand what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I mean,
so his uncle was moving like a fiend. Like,
of course he was.
Real.
He was moving like he had movements like a fiend, like a cussy. But here's the thing.
Gotcha.
I seen some dangerous custies.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Remember a quote from G-Rap when he said, "You don't want no static because they got crack addicts with automatics."
That's a fact.
You understand?
Yeah.
So, you know.
Now, let's get to one of the main characters in the movie.
Okay.
One of the most infamous, of course, Cameron.
Right.
Playing Rico, aka Alpo. Now, do you think Cameron did a good job? I know Rich was your man. Like outside of the emotions and all that.
Outside of that, I get it. You know, and I looked up to Rich more than anything. I'll never say at that point I was his equal or nothing like that. The man looked out for me, you know what I'm saying? Because he remembered me from the block and all that, and he gave me a job and let me work. I just happened to be around when everything started going crazy. I'm the one. You know, I'm the one moving shit, and one of the spots on just out of a shift of 3 shifts. Rich had 5 or 6 spots at the time, but as far as Cam go, Cam did a real good job, man. He did a good job, man. He did a good job. You know, to be honest with you, I think he did kind of too much of a good job. To be honest with you,
why you say that?
I'm just speculating. I mean, about 2 years later, didn't them DC niggas pop Cam like on some? You know, from what I'm being told,
he did get touched in that Lambo.
From my man in the from Maryland said, "Yo, man,
that's when Cam was saying he got hit. I don't know how many times he got hit, but he said dudes threw up the rock sign.
Right.
It was in D.C.
It was in D.C. or whatever. Yeah, and he wound up getting hit, and the movie was only out for like a year, maybe 2 years when that happened. So I'm assuming that them dudes was like, yo. We can't get to this nigga Poe, but he the next best thing.
Closest thing to it.
Yeah. I'm assuming that's how it went down.
So Cam hold something.
Yeah,
Got
basically.
You. Got you. Shouts to Cameron. I rock with Cameron too.
Shout out to Cam, man. Harlem, man.
He did his thing. You know what I mean?
Without a shadow
Salute
of a doubt.
to Cam, you know me.
Yes, sir.
So let's go into the story that people don't know about Rich.
Okay. Okay. Like I said, man, basically, I remember
M.Reck TV.